Helium, the gateway to the dark energy field. Please note, video clips may contain some graphic content.
I'm not done with you. Come to me, at once, my servant. You're hurt. I'm going to finish you off now.
Hot damn. She can control that beast as though it were one with her own body. That crystal amplifies her thoughts and transmits them to the cockatrice.
About this video article. Cerebral, this post was a thinking out loud thought process that is intended only as reference. It is cerebral in nature and should be considered as such. This article is being turned into a video article in 2023 and will be included in the 2015 Flashback Video Article Playlist. For posterity, while the article could be completely rewritten to better communicate some of the points within, it is being created and included the way it was written, with some minor edits, primarily to preserve it, and to convey the thought process I was going through at the time it was written, and, obviously, I had not come to the conclusions and realizations that I have now come to. Helium, the gateway to the dark energy field.
July 11, 2015.
Interact with each other. First things first, what is dark energy? Dark energy is space. Space itself is dark energy. Dark energy has also been referred to as quantum space or quantized space or even zero-point energy or the universal constant. Dark energy is energy. It's not a particle, it's not a lot of things, but it is everywhere in the universe, all the way from the formation of the smallest parts of the atom and all the way to the farthest reaches of space. What we do know is dark energy has a liquid quality to itself, but does not interact with itself, or more precisely, does not strongly interact with itself. Dark energy is almost impossible to detect. Just as looking into the vastness of empty space, it is impossible to see anything, or detect anything, or any presence of energy, but we do know it exists, and it is there, not only from the force it exerts on the universe, but also from the detection of the presence of heat in outer space. We also know dark energy exists through studies, and through quantum mechanics we have detected the dark energy field and the slight fluctuations it produces in what was thought to be the emptiness of space. So what is dark energy and where does it come from? The basic answer to that is actually quite simple. Dark energy is the entangled information of the decay of all matter in the universe. As matter decays, its energy and information decays into more space, or dark energy. Dark energy is the keeper of time and change, and all space or dark energy is a record of the convergence and evolution of all matter and takes the form of space.
There is a definite condition in the universe of matter decaying into more dark energy or space. Space is dark energy, or zero-point energy, or quantum space, or quantized space. All space is the record of the convergence and configuration of energy and matter, among other things.
There's an effect. You remove entanglement in the hologram, and then the space-time starts splitting up. And you can actually imagine even more than this, that you got a ball of clay, and you're pulling it apart, and it's getting further and further apart, and the middle is pinching off. And so you could keep doing that. You say, well, what would happen if I took away even more entanglement, and took away even more entanglement? And then in this model, now you've got your space and it's split into 4 pieces, and I've still got a little bit of entanglement, but I'm going to take that away. And what happens in this description is that the big, nice, empty universe that you thought you were describing just splits up into millions of tiny bits. And once you've got no more entanglement there in this description, you've got no more space-time at all. And so you get to, if this is all right, you get to this incredibly dramatic conclusion that maybe you've just understood what space actually is, and it's actually fundamentally quantum mechanical, that space is somehow a manifestation of quantum entanglement in the underlying hologram system.
There's this beautiful possibility that we may actually get insight into what holds space itself together, and it may be entanglement in this holographic description that's actually threading it all together, which is, I have to say, as a graduate student, you have dreams of things that you might one day gain insight into. And certainly when I was a graduate student, the idea that we might somehow understand the fundamental structure of space itself, it was one of those unattainable dreams. And the work that you guys are doing is starting to reveal the possibility that we may actually get there. So I'm going to personally applaud right here, because that is just...
When matter decays into dark energy, it very well may convert to helium first. I do not know why or how this mechanic works, but from observations throughout the universe, all items decaying tend to release a large amount of helium. There is a recent article of a hole in the crust of the Earth where large amounts of helium-3 have been detected recently also. As atomic transactions occur, large amounts of helium are detected where matter is decaying into dark energy. If all matter is decaying into dark energy, and at every decay point helium is detected, there is a very strong likelihood that the decay of matter into dark energy has to transition through some form of helium. Now, I do not condone this concept entirely, but if thought, and the thought of God is unquestionably the most powerful, could the mind, could consciousness somehow have control of helium and the dark energy field, and in turn all matter?
So how can an information-only universe exist without the universe itself being a mind-like substrate? So most of you here obviously would be content to agree with me that there is a universal mind of some form, of some type, even if we don't understand it.
Could one's own consciousness somehow directly impact the behavior of helium? Could helium resonate within the conscious existence of man? And if so, could man be powerful enough to comprehend and control the effect of this thought manifestation? And what of the crystal and the diamond, or the dark crystal's amplification and conscious amplification of the thought process?
What the hell do I do with this? It is governed by willpower. You decide where you want to go, and it will take you there.
As all thought and intention is directly linked to reality, could a diamond, or dark crystal, amplify and convert into reality one's intentions? And what if I had, say, a diamond, or dark crystal, on a crown rested on my forehead? Could my thoughts be amplified into intentions and reality? I know you are asking yourself at this very moment, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And, at the same time, you are eager to think out of bounds. I could do such and such if only I had a magic crystal upon my crown. Greed in human existence dictates no other thought processes. Don't even attempt to fool anyone. You know what you are thinking. The desire is purely of survival. How can you continue living, knowing that your intentions and thought processes can be amplified into reality? One word: you are not God.
Is it possible that the Stargate malfunctioned or went haywire and I came through into a totally screwed up, different version of Earth?
No, I doubt that. The Stargate uses space-time to create a wormhole that allows us to travel across great distances, but it doesn't take you to an alternate reality.
Alternate reality?
Well, basically, scientists have theorized that there are an infinite number of dimensions, each containing a different possible version of reality.
Well, it sounds like I theoretically, possibly, actually found one.
One what?
What Sam said, alternate reality, a parallel plane. I mean, wouldn't that explain why everything here is the same, but different? I mean,
the theory is that there are an infinite number of alternate realities. Some of them are very different, and some are almost identical.
That has to be what this is.
You may think that popular science says it is possible that there are an infinite amounts of you, and that every possible decision is a potential gateway to an entire new universe with the probabilities of just you, slightly different and ever-changing. This is not the case. You and your concepts, reality, and reason have dictated a path that we are all on, and no one single person can modify that or split that into diversions of the one true reality, unless we all do it at the same time and in true and complete control and with total reality and truth, though the forces that be, or powers that be, will never admit to or allow this to happen. At the end of the day, you are in control of your free will. It's only that reality is dictated to you, and once you wake up from this dictation, you will see that you are in fact not in control at all, and that you are at the will of the powers that be. Once you realize that, they will know that you know, and will not like you. 2023 edit. I lost my train of thought and possibly came to realize some of the really dark things that are occurring on this planet. With a million ideas swirling in my head, I think I just typed it all out as clearly as what I could. This is what came out, and it is being included here as it was stated. Insert video clips here. Be advised, some graphic content.
I am Anubis. Humans of the Talmud, your end of days finally approaches. There will be no mercy. You will bow to my awesome power. There is nothing that can stop the destruction I bring upon you. Prepare to meet your doom.
We took their babies, and we gifted them, or we sold them, or we trafficked them.
He was well aware of your secret organ.
Your flesh is unold and weak. Perhaps in a few millennia, you will make worthy adversaries. But not today.
Hey man, please, I don't want to die.
then live forever.
The question is, once enlightened, can they still control you? No, and I for one am willing to find out. Though, that will relegate me to a realm that I will not be able to interact with the past, and that's not a risk I'm keen on making. Though I know this, once this occurrence occurs, I will unleash my hate and anger, and I will do everything possible to victimize the ones I despise.
They're going so that I can be at peace.
There will never be peace for you. I've been to the afterworld, and it's a place where fools like you suffer the worst. And my name is Psycho Gorman.
Hate is power, and power is reality. Apply it, and enjoy its wrath, even if it's only self-gratifying. And it's hate that causes fear, and it's fear that people will listen to. Only fear can cause change, and you should be scared out of your freaking mind right about now.
Look!
Is this yours? Speak?
The gem of Paraxidike. This cannot be.
Believe it, Buster. Stop messing around and explain, scum.
The gem and I are one. Whoever wields it is able to command me for as long as it's in their possession. But know this, child. The power you wield will be short-lived.
Sure. But first, let's test this baby out. All right, Monster Mash. Pick up my bro and, spin him around a bunch. Hey, come on!
And you should be scared out of your freaking mind right about now. If you're not, you're enlightened and of pure heart and thought, but know this, there are those that don't possess your mental temperament, and they are the ones that will enslave and degrade you. Edit. I really have no memory writing these last paragraphs, and this type of thinking usually never occurs in my mind. I must have gotten really upset about something. Thanks for watching. Orion Michael Guy.